All right, let's get started today. Welcome to the Real P&L Trading Show, where I share my real P&L in 4 accounts and share my proprietary Safe Wheel system for free. What's going on today? The market's down today about almost 2%. That's interesting. You guys let me know in the chat, in the comment section that everything's working okay. My audio is working okay, videos, everything's good. Also, be sure to post your questions if you have any questions or comments earlier rather than later, because sometimes I get to the tail end of the broadcast and I miss your questions and comments there. All right, let's get moving here. What do we have? We have the Earnings Edge. Here's my Earnings Edge account right here. Here's my NetLick 12467. Not going to be any change. Let's see here, 12467. Yeah, so I didn't make a Earnings Edge trade, and you can see what my Earnings Edge system's doing. 8 wins since I did the 3.0 upgrade in 2025. 8 wins, 1 loss, 874 average win, 516 average loss. And the Earnings Edge, you can see what it did in 2022, 63% where the market was down 20. Then in 2023, did 17%, market was up 24. And then 2024, it was down 33% and the market was up 23. And so far in 2025, the Earnings Edge is up 94% according to these calculations. And the market, what is the market? It's not at 5.4. The SPY is at 515.48. It's down pretty big from last week, huh? So the market is down 12% this year. And you can see the Earnings Edge overall performance, 149% return versus the S&P 500, only up 8.5% since January 1st of 2022, based on SPY. So wow, the market really hasn't done much in the last 3 years and a quarter, only up 8.5%. So the market really hasn't done a lot since the end of 2021. Okay, so that is the Earnings Edge. Again, not a lot going on with the Earnings Edge. Nothing went past through the filters last week. We're going to see how they do today. I'm going to look at it today and see if we can get a stock to pass through any of those filters today. Okay, and so let's talk about the PL5 Pro. PL5 Pro is down some. Let's see what it looks like right now. 423.200. That was my NetLick. 423.200. So it's down from last week. Okay, so the PL5 Pro, I started the PL5 Pro on July 19, 2024, and to the end of 2024, up about 15.99%. The market was up 6.65, so vastly outperformed there. And then this year, the PL5 Pro is down 9.67%. This is probably the highest drawdown level. This is kind of worst case that I've seen, even with back tests and forward tests and everything with the PL5 Pro. We're in kind of our worst case scenario right now. We're still in the middle of it. And the S&P, of course, is down 11.96%. So overall, since inception, I'm up 4.78%. The market's down -6.1%. So I'm outperforming by almost 11% since inception. So the PL5 Pro is still doing well versus the market since inception. Okay, let's go to the PL5. And remember, this is closely tied to the S&P 500, and I can't show, and it's in an IB account, so I can't show you the whole thing, or I'll show my account number. 28,624, you can see, is my NetLick. 28,624. Let's get that in there. 28,624. Okay, so this one I started on July 16th, 2024, and through the end of 2024 was up 10.2%. The market was only up 3.94, so outperformed nicely there the last half of 2024. Now in 2025, underperforming a little bit, minus 13.43, and the market again down 11.96. So overall, the PL5 is down 4.59, but the market's down 8.49 in that same time period. So outperforming the market as expected by about 4%. So still outperforming the market overall with the PL5, and that's what it's designed to do. It's not designed to stay away from drawdowns like the PL5 Pro is. It will draw down with the market. See that it's doing that, but it is designed to outperform the market, which is what it is doing. Okay, so that's the PL5, just the PL5, not the PL5 Pro. All right, let's talk about the Safe Wheel. Safe Wheel is doing quite well in this environment as expected. Let's bring that back up here. So the Safe Wheel is here in this account here. All right. So I've made pretty much every trade right in front of you here in the Safe Wheel account. So it's got 58.45 is the net lick, 58.45. We'll see what that looks like on the spreadsheet, 58.45. So it's down a little bit from last week, 58.45. Okay, so the Safe Wheel, again, 2022 outperformed by 40% over the market. 2023 underperformed by 20%. In 2024, underperformed by 30%. So it did underperform in 2024. Now, in 2025, the Safe Wheel's up 6.66%, and the market's down 11. So it's outperforming by 17% in 2025. Now, the overall, since 2022, the Safe Wheel's outperforming the market, up 16.9, and the market's only up 8.5% since the beginning of 2022. So not good performance really for over 1, 2, 3 years and a quarter, only up 8.5%. And most people are not outperforming that, right? Most traders, options traders, are probably not even close to outperforming the S&P, and it's down 11.96%. Okay, so that is that. So what I need to do now is actually trade the account. And what are my positions? So I own 100 shares. I'm in LI. I own 100 shares at $26. And I own a put hedge. Oh, I did not purchase that long call because I typically purchase a long call on Friday, and I messed up and forgot that Friday was a holiday, so I didn't buy it on Thursday, right? So I'm going to buy it today. So I'm going to buy a long call today that expires at the end of this week. So I need to get my hedges in order. So the first thing I'm going to do is buy a long call, and I'm going to buy it in the nearest expiration, and I'm going to buy it for approximately $5, as close to $5 as I can get. This one, I'm going to have to probably go with the 26 here, because this one's going to be, I don't know if I can get this for $6. Let's see if I can get it for 6. I won't pay 7. So we'll see. So I'm just going to see if I can buy this long call that expires at the end of the week. See, the mid price is 7. So I'll give it a shot, but I don't think it's going to fill. If it doesn't fill, I'm just going to right click here and cancel the order, and then go back and just go ahead and buy the 26. So mid price is 3 cents. I probably won't get 3 cents, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so it did get 3 cents. So it kind of got something for $3 instead of 5, but I didn't want to pay more than $6. So I own the $26 call here just to protect this put hedge. Okay, so now my hedges are in order. So the question is on this put hedge, is it under 100 days? No. Do I own 200 shares? No. And is it close enough to the money? Obviously, it's going to be close enough to money. LI is trading at $22.79, and this is definitely within 70% of that price. So the hedge is good. The hedge is going to start protecting me quite well. And now what I want to do is sell a covered call at the 26 strike. Can I do that? Let's see. Well, no, because I just bought one at 3 cents, 4 cents. So I know that I can't get at least 26 cents for it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do a martingale-like situation. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to kind of double down on my position. And I'm going to see this one here, the 21.5. I'm going to choose a strike here where I'm going to sell a put. And I'm going to kind of run that traditional wheel from here, selling a put. So the 21.5, I could probably get what I'm looking for, like $23, all right? Because I want to get at least 1%. And what I typically do is I go there and then I go one back as long as I'm still out of the money. So I'm going to sell the 22. I'm going to do one of those, and the mid price is $37. So I'm going to sell one 22 put. Should fill. Let's see. Maybe not. Okay, let's get $36 for it. Okay, it keeps moving. Oh, that should fill. Oh, maybe it didn't take it. Let's see. Let's go 36. Okay. Oh, okay. So it sold at 37. So it must have been in the middle of the order, what have you. So that's fine. That's good. So now I am running a second tranche here. So I've already used up, half of my capital here. And then I put on sold another put, collected more premium, ABC, always be collecting. So I'm collecting more premium, and it's possible I could get assigned and own 200 shares, but I do have this 3 long contracts at the $22 put. So I'm very well protected. So I'm making sure that I'm always collecting premium. So that's what I did today. Okay, let's see if there's any questions or comments in here. Avery says, hit the like button. Yeah, so you notice that I showed my P&L. I'm down on one of my accounts that I'm not normally down on, and I'm not hiding it, and I choose not to. It's more important for me to show you, even if I'm losing money, than it is for me to try to hide it and try to act like I make money all the time. But this particular environment is not over with, and I'm very confident that I'm going to outperform in the longer run. Right? In the shorter run, obviously, I'm not outperforming with that PL5 Pro, but in the longer run, I'm going to outperform, and I'm very confident in that. And I'm not going to hide that, right? If I'm having a bad month, which I am, I'm going to show it to you. And so that's the reason why I want you to hit the like button, because I would prefer that other educators on YouTube do the same thing. And I think the more we get the word out, the more it puts pressure on them to do the same thing. So that's why if you hit the like button, it helps get the word out. Hey, you need to show your net lick. Stop talking about your wins and hiding your losses, Some guy says, good afternoon. How you doing? Good morning. Let's see. Alessis Moore says, with the earnings edge, have there not been any good candidates to pick lately, or not trading because of the high VIX? So one of the filters is the volatility. And if the volatility is kind of higher than normal, it's typically not a really good time to put on a trade. Obviously, it was a great time to put on the trade before the volatility got higher than normal, right? We took some nice profits coming into the high volatility, but coming out of the higher volatility, sometimes you got to wait a little bit, and sometimes you don't. It just depends on the individual stock and what the volatility is. Kevin says, good morning from Lakeland, Florida. Good morning, Kevin. You've been saying good morning for, I think, about 2 or 3 years now. I think you've been around for quite a while. I appreciate you being in here. Mad Mike says the high VIX ruins it. I think you're referring to the earnings edge coming down off the higher VIX levels. Where is the VIX today? Probably around 32 or something like that. 33.41. Yeah, VIX is up again. Yeah, interesting day. But we're down 2% and people aren't panicking. I remember if we were down 2% like a month ago or a couple months ago, people would be panicking. But now it's like, oh, it's just a normal day. So, yeah. Will says, no questions for me today. Just thank you. Appreciate your work. I appreciate it, Will, and I appreciate you coming in and contributing, and the fact that you understand the system really well. You come up with some interesting ideas. This is more. My PL5 layer is way up today with today's drop. Yeah, we're in different cycles, so definitely you're going to be up or down depending on, you know, when you put the trade on and things like that. But oh yeah, I'm not surprised that your PL5 layer is up. Not surprised at all. Today's drop. Sometimes that helps your position, and a lot of times, most of the time, it does, because the PL5, the PL5 Pro, is a PL5 trade has negative charm. So typically, as the trade matures, the deltas become more and more negative, and when the market comes down, that's good. So that's what's happening probably with your position. Okay. Some guy. Let's see. 3 weeks without an EE trade. Need to do something else. Yeah, it's possible. It's been 3 weeks. How long has it been since the market crashed? 3 weeks, probably. But that's okay. I mean, we're doing well with the EE. I'm up 95 to 100%, something like that. You know, I can, you know, we can afford to be patient, and that's fine. Okay. Let's see. One thing in parting. So I am in parting now. I like to say before I kind of end the broadcast here is, if the P&L is not real, what else are they trying to conceal? All right. I'll be back next week. I appreciate you guys. And see you then.